To get premium trading and investing tips, support on Patreon.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to another Market Watch video, guys. Today we looked at the stream at the current UEFA Champions League rare cards. As you guys know, in the last video on Friday, I predicted that they're gonna start rising already today and into Tuesday, and that we should invest with the squad battle rewards at the late evening when they drop this morning, and actually hold these cards into potentially tomorrow. Most of these already rising nicely. I accidentally on stream removed my sold cards, but I had a full list of these cards that already sold close to 2k, and I feel like that's a very good sell point. If you can get rid of these cards that you already buy at a 2k value, I feel like that's very good. If you've invested in at 1k values or lower, as we instructed that there should be some hype where the UCL rare cards will get into Tuesday, because tomorrow what we expect is that EA is going to release a marquee matchups that will require these cards, so that's why they're slowly going up. And because of that, I do think there's two possible scenarios, and you guys have to decide it for yourself. Now, I know a lot of you will potentially ask when to sell these cards. Now, in my personal preference, I usually always sell in the hype. That means tomorrow morning into the SBC, so it should be out like after 6 p.m. UK time. If you sell it before that, you're safe. You're not risking it for any curveballs that EA could bring out. But if you want to risk it, there is also potential that these cards go to like 3k, 4k values. We've seen it last year's, but it didn't drop at the specific times where we predicted that or when we expected that. So you have to be really careful. Like, EA really needs to put in some very good requirements for these cards to go even higher. I saw most of the Twitter traders and YouTubers hype them up a bit. So be very careful with the UCL ones. Potentially I'm gonna sell them all tomorrow, and then in hopes that they get panic sold, maybe rebuy them if they're not needed, because on Wednesday there's another round of specific SBCs that EA is usually releasing after the marquee matchups one. So be also pay attention to that one. And of course, if I'm already profiting close to doubling my coins on these guys, I'm happy to take that. If we go and look at the current, this is not the current team of the week, but the last one, look at how much Walker has flown up. If you guys remember, I told you guys to get in potentially at 400k. Look at the value right now. Ramos at 230. He's already at 270. We had Milinkovic-Savic at 35 or lower. Everybody in the stream started buying it. We bought Firmino at what, 175 though, or 180. Some of those prices. He did not do that mad of moves, but eventually he'll rise even higher if you hold a Firmino. What I always suggest is you guys diversify. And why I'm showing you this, because we are very successful with investing into the informs, into the team of the weeks, and we're making mad coins. And yeah, we need to go to the team of the week 4, which is currently active. And this team of the week has some very good looks. I think Rashford can do very good patterns just because a lot of people like it as a player in their team, and I do think I don't know if he can do the similar moves as Walker did, but he can surely provide some good profits. Now, is 580 a good price point to go in? Yes, he's potentially gonna rise from here, but I would wait for the UCL marquee matchups tomorrow, because there's gonna be supply. And as you guys know, the UCL marquee matchup should be more accessible tomorrow. Last week, we had a low point of the team of the weeks on Wednesday morning, when more people completed these marquee matchups and the SBCs that EA dropped, and they packed the team of the week 3 cards and just flooded the market. This week, since the UCL cards are so much cheaper, what we do expect that more people complete the SBCs, and when more people complete the SBCs, more people will pack these informs and throw them onto the market, and that's when I feel like most of the team of the week 4 should be lower in value. Now, I do like Rashford, I do like Werner. Just be careful with Werner. For example, if he wants to watch, gets injured or anything like that, he also will bring down the inform in value as that one cuts off. So I usually don't like to invest in cards that already have a once to watch, even though they're going up. You see him Party already rising nicely, but I didn't recommend him just because of that, you know. At some point, like, if if it happens, maybe on training or something like that, a player gets injured, like the inform is going to be massively affected as well. Now, why is this team of the week not at a low point yet? We can see Bamba. I can't see him being at 17k right now. He definitely needs to drop under that 15k value, and I do think with tomorrow's supply he'll get that help. Most of these cards should be lowest tomorrow evening or Wednesday morning. I do view Delaney as a very good card to potentially go in. Some of you asked me about the pie. I feel like the pie could be very good as well, and Florenzi getting closest to like 12k 11k. I feel like that's a very solid buy into end of November. And I do think currently he's potentially one of the best right backs in League One. So a lot of people who are also linking him up with the other Paris Saint-Germain or any cards that are very much in demand. I feel like he can also have that organic rise on him. So basically he's so low close to this card that it's basically a no risk investment. If you decide to buy more of him, I would totally support that, because I don't think this card will go that much lower. I mean, won't stay low as weeks go by, but he'll gradually rise, same as potentially Delaney, same as potentially Rashford, or Werner if he wants to watch, doesn't get injured, of course, or anything like that. Now, we also invested in Upamecano. If you remember, I told you on the last video on Friday, wait for the evening if he goes under 200k or close to 200k. I bought two at 200k, I bought one at 190. He's already at 230, and he's going up because of the Marquee objective. Now, whenever EA releases an objective and there are cards that can hyperlink or link with each other on specific positions, those cards like Inform Score out of packs will definitely go up in value. Now, a lot of you usually ask me what will happen to the gold cards. I don't tend to look at that, because at this stage of the game, yes, they could be provided with the rise, but eventually as weeks go by, as soon as some objectives go out, they won't affect much the gold cards. So you always want to go with the cards that are rata packs. That's also why we were so successful with Upamecano this far, and I do think in the next days he can go higher. The only downtrend would be if he gets a second inform. However, Leipzig didn't get a clean sheet. They won 2-1, of course. Upamecano scored a goal, but he didn't get a clean sheet, so it's kind of unlikely that EA puts him in, but we'll see. I'm going to see his value tomorrow, and I'll see if I'll get out or not. If you guys want to play it safe, I suggest you go out at 230, because at 200k already you're making 18k per card, which is very good. Now, going at the rule breakers, as we talked about, like, we're potentially going to jump in on the current team of the week tomorrow evening or Wednesday morning. And while we do that, there's going to be some cards that we can already flip or sell into Thursday when the coin influx gets into the market, meaning that most of the cards that are out of packs are going to go up in value. You can even look at the team of the week 3 or team of the week 2 cards, because, or even 1, because I do think most of those who are out of packs can have a nice bump in value as soon as there's the coin influx on the market. But eventually, what we're gonna do when we sell and get a lot of those coinage back, we're gonna look at the rule breakers market, because I do predict Wednesday evening some of these cards could be cheapest. I'm gonna talk in the future videos as well, and I'm gonna specifically look at someone like Kane or Mertens, who is really high-end value, and I do think they could be cheapest then, because a lot of people are gonna be predicting that Thursday with the supply they're gonna be lowest, so they're gonna wait to buy them. What actually happens is that the amount of these cards being packed on Thursday is way lower, and more people wanting them, they start buying with the coin influx and they bring them up in value. Now, the demand is very low on Wednesday, just because on Wednesday nobody is buying, waiting for that Thursday day to hit so they can start buying with the supply. But when that doesn't happen, they just bring the cards mad up in value. So I feel like Kane, for example, I'm almost certain that the best buy time would be Wednesday late evening before going into the supply on Thursday from the rewards. The other cards for sure that are lower, Andre, Camara, Dumfries, Ocampos, Lazari, I'm pretty sure, 99% sure that these cards will be lower on Thursday, just because they're low end. They're going to be packed more, they're lower rated as well, and they shouldn't have the patterns that I do think that Kane will definitely have. But yeah, EA also released a new competition, guys. They did provide swaps out. Now if you watch their Twitch channel, if you connect your Twitch to your your EA account with your Twitch account, you will be able to accumulate these swaps. And these swaps, actually, they give you quite good rewards. Now remember, the first Twitch stream that you will be watching is on October 29th at 6 p.m. UK time. You need to watch it for 60 or more minutes to get a token swap. I'm just gonna leave it open while I stream there. You can do it yourself as well. I'll just have it on another screen, doesn't matter. The important thing is that you're in the stream. Maybe mute the stream even, and just like have your Twitch account connected to your EA account. And basically right now you have quite good rewards. If I just show you this as the last thing that EA has dropped today, on the swaps you will accumulate potentially in the first batch. They said there's going to be like 10 of these tokens released, so you will be able to open twice the jumbo rare players pack. And it's a very good pack. These are repeatable and they're untradeable, and they're out for 206 days. So essentially, as more of these events you'll watch, the more tokens you'll get, and with the tokens you'll open these free packs. So if you just set yourself an alarm, you watch the tokens, you watch the games or whatever EA streaming, you get these tokens, and you will be able to then eventually open these mad packs. Guys, I hope I have answered a lot of your questions from trading, and if you guys are interested in anything more, tomorrow 5:30 p.m. UK time, from Monday to Friday, we stream every day. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I'm definitely seeing you guys tomorrow, and have a good one. Cheers!